Hello everybody, Mitzi Cruz here, host of Lincoln Live. Today we have the pleasure of being live with Kimberly McCue of Lincoln Funeral Home. So Kimberly, first I want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Kimberly McCue and I manage the Lincoln Funeral Home. I'm a longtime Lincoln local. I moved here in 8th grade and bounced around doing a lot of different things, and then ultimately went into the military, came home, and went to William Jessup College, and then came back here to Lincoln to work here.
Well, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your tax dollars that pay my education.
I do what I can. So tell us about the Lincoln Funeral Home.
Lincoln Funeral Home has been here since the 1920s. Originally, it was a small family run, and then actually back in a while in, so I think the third owner was Farnsworth Mortuary, and he was the town judge as well.
Okay.
So what's our chapel, and on into the back is the former mortuary. All of what we're sitting in now, which is our reception room, has been added since the 80s by Clark.
Oh, wow.
So, and after Clark Mortuary, it was purchased by Stewart, and now we're part of Dignity Memorial, which is the largest grouping of funeral homes, period.
Wow. You know what? It's interesting to me. So you took it all the way back. So Farnsworth, because I know some Farnsworths in the area. And
that's old Lincoln names. They run true.
I love that. That is just so, it's just one of the many things that makes Lincoln so special.
His home was actually right behind the funeral home, and his granddaughter actually still owns that.
Really?
She and I went to high school together. So when it's small town Lincoln, it's small town Lincoln.
Yeah, I love that. And so, you know what, I want to circle back a little bit, because you told us about yourself, but you really didn't go into it. I mean, you are just so active in the community, and you're constantly doing things, I mean, from Rotary to the Chamber. So tell us a little bit about the things that you do to make our community better.
That's a sweet way to put it. Thank you. I joined the Chamber as an ambassador, and now I'm sitting on the board of directors for the Chamber, as well as serving on Rotary, which is one of the very best things I've ever done. I decided to captain my own Relay for Life team this year with my mom. So we're August 10th and 11th. We'll be out there for Relay for Life, walking for a cure. And basically anything I can get my hands in to help, including red noses right now, which Ed Mertens wanted me to make sure I told everyone to get your red noses from Walgreens.
Oh, okay.
Supports kids. Put your noses on.
You know what? That's fun. You know what? So everyone who's watching, go get your red nose and then take selfies and post your selfies on Lincoln Live, and we'll just keep like a tally, and maybe we'll just do like an extra little raffle, right? We can make that happen. That'd be fun. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So tell us about, so this is from Ed?
This is from Ed. He came out to the Chamber and to us today and said, hey, put your red noses on, take a picture and send them to me.
Oh, okay.
So, and it benefits children all over the world.
Yeah.
So you buy it. I always equate it to Robin Williams. So
yeah,
I always think that.
Yeah. Awesome. And so where do you get those at?
Walgreens.
Just Walgreens?
That's the only place I know of, which is over in 12 Bridges, I believe.
Oh, yes.
So,
okay. Got it.
I'm a strong proponent for small business.
Yes.
So shop Lincoln, shop local.
That's right. Yep. So, and then you also recently won Emerging Business Leader at the Business Excellence Awards, right?
I did. I was among a big group of good people. I honestly thought I was going to lose.
It was great to see that. It was really awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I understand also with the Lincoln Funeral Home that you guys are looking for a specific talent, correct?
We are. We have what we call celebrants, which is someone who officiates over a service that doesn't have an exact affiliation with a specific church. They're no denomination. They can be, but when they sit with a family and get to know the family, they custom tailor a service. So our goal is to get services more out of the box. Mm-hmm. We don't want a canned service where a kid comes in, hears the same psalm that they've always heard every day of Sunday school. We want them to hear the stories about Grandma and Grandpa.
Yes.
Because that's what they're going to take with them.
That's right.
And so we have celebrants that officiate it. And our celebrants actually get sent out to Oklahoma to go learn, and it's a whole week-long process of how to do the services.
So what type of background would somebody need in order to apply for that, and how would they apply?
I think it's honestly a heart. So that's what I look for when I'm hiring for people, and it's pretty much what our company does. Because I didn't have any experience at all in the funeral industry.
Sure.
And my old boss said, I saw the heart and I saw the business know-how. And so I came out and we do the same thing. I don't care if you have masters or bachelors or anything like that. It's about the heart to serve.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Thank you.
So what I wanted to do too is just talk about maybe some tips that you would have for a family who's perhaps going through a loss now or maybe preparing to go through a loss. So how would you advise anyone who's watching who maybe fits that criteria?
Preparing would always be my first suggestion, just because when you go through it in the time, I've seen people emotional spend. I've seen people who wanted just a very small service, and then when it happens, the guilt comes in, and all of a sudden they're spending more than they would, and they're doing something that's far beyond what the family would have wanted.
Sure.
Just because it's in the moment of grief. So if you can pre-plan, I would suggest doing that. The benefit with pre-planning with us is we're part of that big corporation, so it moves with you. So I know a lot of our Sun City transplants are from out of town. So if you end up moving, if you got an RV and you're going to go all over the place, that moves with you. It goes to anywhere else we have in the country, or Puerto Rico. So we're all over the place. That would be what I would advise pre-planning wise, and that includes if someone is in hospice.
Sure.
At least give us a call and know what funeral home you're going to go with.
Yeah.
Because at the time of passing, you should be in your moment to grief.
That's right.
Let us take as much as we can off your shoulders.
That's awesome.
And the same thing in the time of need. Let us take as much as we possibly can off your shoulders. That's what we're here for. I like to say I'm a glorified party planner. I just plan your final party. So if you wanted to, when you do come in and you're in a time of need, let the funeral home take over everything they possibly can. We do everything from the death certificates and making sure all that paperwork's filled out, to ordering the flowers, to arranging bagpipers or military honors, or dove release, balloon release. And we do it even if it's just a simple cremation and you say, I'm going to do it on my own.
Yeah.
You can. You absolutely can. But if we can help, we're here to help.
Right. That's awesome. And
Thank
then
you.
Do you guys also coordinate with like burial services and headstones and the whole 9 yards?
We do. We recommend out to Rucola a lot for the headstones, and we use Mount Vernon for our cemetery here because we're associated with them, but that's out in Fair Oaks. So there's 3 here in Lincoln. Manzanita is my favorite, but there's also First Street and our brand new one out off on Santa Clara, which is right off of 3rd Street.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people don't know about Santa Clara just because it's brand new, but that's where the district office is. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
First Street is our most historic one. It's been there the longest. And then Manzanita is our pioneer one out in the country.
So is there actually still space available at like First and Manzanita?
From what I'm being told, First Street is getting limited. Manzanita has lots of space.
Got it.
And I have heard through the grapevine that Santa Clara is going to be our largest.
And that's like
what I'm hearing.
That's all the way at the end of 3rd, right?
It is. Right by that park. So you make a right by the park, and it's right across from there. Got it. And it has a gorgeous Veterans Memorial wall in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so pretty.
Awesome. So you know that we're very interactive, and so for all of the folks that are watching live, I want to open up the forum here to questions, comments.
Yeah. So Frank and Fran Neves says, watching, have been to several services by Kim. Excellent. We've got several shares and people popping in and out. No questions from the audience yet, but I know I have a few questions. One being, how long in advance should we plan?
The sooner the better. I've seen people who have planned in the 60s, and the thing with us is it locks in the price. So when they planned in the 60s, they're paying $2,000 for a service that's now $6,000.
Wow.
And we guarantee our catering prices as well. So when you book in the catering price, that's locked in too. And if you've been to the grocery store lately, you know the cost of food is going up rapidly as the cost of gas goes up. So I would say the sooner the better, but up until the very last moment. If you can get, and we send our pre-planners out to you.
Oh, wow.
So I don't like when a family calls in and says, we're on hospice and mom's going to pass within the next few days. I would encourage, I'll send my person out to you. Don't come in. Because spend your last moments with your loved one.
That's right.
And our person, Diane, is phenomenal. She'll just go right out to you. I adore her.
Did you have any other questions?
Not on the top of my head, but I'll definitely think of a few more, I'm sure. Oh, actually I do. Do you guys work with like family plots at the different cemeteries?
We put people in conjunction with the cemeteries. They do all the work on that end.
Okay.
But I would absolutely hook them up with Peter over there at the Lincoln Cemetery if they needed help with that. And there are lots of family plots available at Manzanita as well as Santa Clara.
And then Sonia asked where your funeral home is located.
We're at the corner of 4th and H, 406 H Street. We've been here since the 1920s. It's the little pink mission building. It's kind of quiet.
Can't
Can't miss it.
No.
And for those of you looking for parking on 4th of July to go to the parade, we have the parking lots. So please feel free to use our parking lot and then the parking lot across the street over by, I want to say Taqueria Gonzalez. It's the Blue House. It's fabulous Mexican food. There's a huge parking lot over there as well.
So that's a perfect lead-in. You're talking about 4th of July, fireworks, and my lovely assistant, Andra, just went ahead and slid these forward. So why don't you tell everybody about the raffle prize this week?
I always see your show and see the raffle prizes. I didn't think an urn would probably be appropriate. So there's not a whole lot I can give away, but I love Lincoln and I love baseball.
Yes.
So I thought the best night to make sure you got a family 4-pack of tickets, the best tickets in the house, are right on the third baseline watching the people slide in home.
Awesome.
4th of July. So you're going to see fireworks and you're going to get baseball. It's all American.
I love it. Yay. So you guys know how to enter into our raffle if you've ever watched the show. You'll just share this video, comment that you've shared in the comments on this video by noon tomorrow, and you will be entered into the raffle to win this family 4-pack of tickets to the Potters game on the 4th of July. So you're going to get those fireworks, and it's going to be a really fun night of family fun. What time does the game start?
That's a good question. I think they all start at 6:05.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I should know. I don't know, though.
I don't either. But I believe they all start at 6:05.
Okay.
These ones do, for sure.
Yes, and so it's going to be Potters versus...
Sierra Nevada Wolves.
Ooh.
Potter's winning, of course.
Of course.
You got to bring your luck with you that night.
Yeah. Awesome. So do we have any final questions? Any final comments?
So Lisa Wilson joined in. She says hello.
Hi, Lisa.
And we've got more people popping in and out. And what are your hours?
We are open 8 to 5 every day.
Oh, even Saturday,
Every day,
Sunday?
even Saturday and Sunday.
Wow. So do you do more services kind of on the weekends, or do you do them throughout the week as well? Or
Cemeteries usually charge an extra weekend fee. We don't. So usually if it's a celebration of life, a lot of families will book the service for the weekend, but
Sure.
a lot of times that weekend price is daunting for some.
Yeah.
So we don't get a whole lot of Saturday services.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know a lot about this industry. So there's probably questions that I haven't asked that maybe it would be great information to share. Anything that you can think of that would be good for everybody to know that kind of sets you guys apart, or anything like that?
I would say that a lot of times people are scared away because we're corporate. Mm-hmm. And we're not really. That's the best part for me, is we are corporate and I have that corporate backing.
Sure.
But my company sought me out because I'm hometown Lincoln. So we service Lincoln like it's a hometown business. And honestly, my bosses have stepped aside and said, hey, you take care of it like you do. And the recommendations we've got will bring me to tears.
Oh.
So I love reading them. If you've used our services and have Yelped me, thank you very much. I love it. It makes me feel good. I'm a big trophy kind of girl. Those are my wins.
I hear you. Awesome.
But that's what I would say is that sets us apart, is the service of it, is being in it for the service and to help people in a time of need.
Well, that is wonderful, and I know, it really is everything. It just makes such a big difference.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we have recently remodeled our chapel. If you haven't had a chance to step into Lincoln Funeral Home in the last couple years, doing it was daunting because it's a historical building, so I didn't want to hurt the integrity of it.
Sure.
But when I had other people walk in, it was a white room with stained glass, and they thought, oh, it's kind of cold and it's uninviting, and that's the last thing you want to hear about with a funeral home.
Right.
And so I thought about it, and what we did is a faux brick facade on the arch, and separated by a beautiful crown molding with lighting on it to bring up. It's like a Sistine Chapel for me.
Oh,
but
yeah.
when we did it, we actually used colors, and I told the artist, I want colors that are representative of Gladding McCue.
Oh, see, I love that. It just ties it all back in.
It's all about Lincoln.
Totally.
I love our town.
Yes, and that really comes through. It comes through in your service and the way that you represent this business, and yeah.
Thanks. It's easy to love. Honestly, coming here in 8th grade, I never felt like I wasn't home. People, it is what you make of it, and people will welcome you with open arms.
That's right. I'd love to hear that.
I love Lincoln.
So I want to thank you so much for joining us, and
thank you for having me.
Yeah, and for your very generous raffle prize, and
good luck to whoever wins.
Yeah, and for just all that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations on your award.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate your continued support. And if you think of it, May's almost over, and if you would go on to what is it? The website for the Best of the Best. Oh my goodness.
Lincoln News Passengers, Best of the Best.
Yes. Yeah, and vote for Lincoln Live for the best Lincoln-based website. That'd be awesome. We would really appreciate that. So if you think of it, do it, and we appreciate you either way, and we appreciate you joining us, and look forward to seeing your shares and getting you entered into the raffle. So you guys have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.